Mick Foley saw the biggest character development to date in April to May '97, starting the month in a title feud with Undertaker alongside Bearer and Vader. Mankind's first show saw him in the highest-rated segment on Raw in the main event against Steve Austin, while continuing the angles with Taker and Vader throughout April. Perhaps Foley's most memorable series of segments of the year started in May with a 4-part interview with JR, with the second part on May 26 picking up over 200,000 viewers to a 3.1 rating, which was Foley's highest-rated opposed segment to date. Still out of the ring since February, Michaels continued to make headlines on April 7 in a personal work-shoot promo on Bret Hart. The promo, which went the full quarter at 8:45 to 9 p.m., came at unfortunate timing as the full NWO came out at the same time on TNT, which saw the Michaels promo doing a 2.2 rating. The next few weeks saw Michaels and Austin starting to build up an angle of them trying to one-up each other, while the legit Shawn and Bret feud was escalating on and off screen. The company coming back to head-to-head competition with WCW back on its regular time slot after the NBA playoffs, promoted a loaded show including giving away Michaels' first match back since losing his smile, winning the tag belts against Hogan and Bulldog with the quarter, which also included a Taker-Bearer secret reveal angle, drew Raw's highest-rated opposed segment in over a year with a 3.9 rating. Two weeks after turning heel and a week after reuniting the Hart Foundation, Bret Hart continued to build up the international crowd versus the US, with him flying to South Africa with a promo that picked up around 500,000 viewers. Bret's last match in months, with him taking time off for knee surgery, came on April 21 in one of Raw's most memorable angles to date. First with Bret vs. Austin in a street fight, which saw Austin injuring his knee and wrist to write him off TV in a segment that picked up around 1 million viewers and saw Raw winning one of its only quarters in the last year with a 3.4 to 3 rating margin, while minutes later Austin attacked Bret in the ambulance before leaving the building. WCW was growing by the month to start '97, with Eric Bischoff assembling the deepest talent roster of all time with big star power all over the card. During all that, Bischoff himself was becoming one of the consistent viewership movers on Nitro, even for segments without the full crew of the NWO. During the month, Bischoff saw some of his biggest draws in Hogan, Savage, Halston, etc., who would have been on the list otherwise, working in limited capacity due to different reasons, with Eric involved in a management dispute angle with the returning J.J. Dillon, promoting a confrontation between them on April 21 that jumped over 800,000 viewers to a 4 rating, while 2 weeks earlier during the big NWO segment focused on heat between Hogan and Nash. The other main focus was a Savage Bischoff confrontation to close it with a 4.1 rating. The lines of work and shoot were blurred during the month, as what started as a TV storyline of the NWO against tradition turned into a legit issue backstage that took over TV in the weeks following, with the Flair and Piper camp exchanging shots with Nash and Syxx on several shows in a series of shoot promos that led to big intrigue to the insider audience and the people at the back as to how they're gonna work together in the ring. Flair and Piper, who were joined by NFL's Kevin Green in the build-up to the 6-man pay-per-view match, cut several hype promos, with them consistently boosting numbers as one of the highest-rated segments on the night. One of the rumored talked about reasons for the Horsemen NWO heat during the time was Shawn Waltman being part of the Slamboree main event, when the Horsemen group called for Hogan to be in the match to capitalize on the interest with all the big names on top. The result was Syxx went on TV with some of the highest profile segments in his career, including a shoot promo on Ric Flair on April 21 after a match with Mysterio. Waltman had the benefit of always being around Hall and Nash to help boost his numbers, but during the month he also had 2 singles matches that jumped around 900,000 viewers. In the lead-up to what WCW promoted as the first ever clash of 2 Super Bowl champions, Steve McMichael in 3 tag matches with Jeff Jarrett against Harlem Heat and 1 strong confrontation with Reggie White, saw him with the second biggest rating average in the business with a 3.9 rating. Mongo worked the tag matches with the cameras showing White in the crowd to build up the angle, peaking in a confrontation on April 14th with Mongo and White brawling in the ring in the build to the Slamboree match. While glimpses of it were starting to show a few months back with the King of the Ring promo and Survivor Series to WrestleMania Bret Hart build-up in November '96 to March '97, April '97 was a breakthrough month in Steve Austin's career, with him starting to show signs of a potential game-changer for the company, peaking all 4 shows for his segments and matches, including 2 rare Raw quarter-hour victories on Nitro. The transition of Austin's character started on the first Raw of April with him working 2 matches on the night, picking up for a match with Billy Gunn early in the show, and then replacing Seed in the main event against Mankind, which did the peak 2.8 rating, gaining a total of around 900,000 viewers for the night. The next week saw Austin's promo as the highest rated segment, heading into his 2 biggest ever head-to-head numbers on the next 2 shows. A show-long angle on April 21st in a Raw unlike any other before it saw Austin coming out 3 times, first opening the show challenging Bret, then the street fight gaining around 1 million viewers to one of Raw's only victories in almost a year, while picking up another 400,000 viewers for the show closing angle. May 26th saw the company promote Michaels and Ring return, teaming with Austin to draw Raw's highest rated segment in over a year with a 3.9 rating, as Austin ended the month with the highest viewers gain with a massive total of almost 4 million viewers, with him involved in the most promoted segments with 8. With Hogan out for the majority of the month filming a movie, Savage out of the ring with knee injury, and Scott Hall out with personal issues, Nash took center stage in April and May '97 on and off screen, with legit heat and shoot promos flying back and forth between the Wolfpack and the Flair Piper camps. Nash started April with a hyped confrontation with Hogan, with the first tease of problems in the NWO, coming after Nash cut a promo on Hogan going to movie premieres while he is there fighting for the crew, ending up with Hogan and Nash setting things straight, with the segment gaining big with over 800,000 viewers to a 4.1 rating. A week later Nash headlined Nitro against Luger, drawing the show peak 4.2 rating, while on April 21st Nash cut one of the most memorable promos in his career in a response shoot promo on Flair and Piper about how the NWO revived the business after the previous generation left it in a mess for them to pick up, in the build-up to one of the most talked about matches of the year in the Slamboree main event. Nitro came back after the 4-week hiatus on May 26th, with the Wolfpack cutting a promo on the show that jumped over 300,000 viewers, as Nash ended the month with the highest average rating in the industry.